Okay, you ask it, you're gonna get it. Who the hell's the B.O.B.?
From diesel or gas pacers to rocket-powered racers, nomads, go-mads, RVs, schoolies. He'll turn it, tweak it, tune it, fix it so smoothly. That's why he's Badge. Everybody needs one.
Now, everybody's asking me who the hell the B.O.B. is. Well, we know who the B.O.B. is because it's our Arizona B.O.B., which is really a California B.O.B., but he lives in Arizona. But now he's living in California. The B.O.B.'s in California now, and it's not the same as your Alaska B.O.B. Now, if you don't know who the Alaska B.O.B. is, that's Bob Wells, and I'll tell you the story about that. But this is a story about our B.O.B., California B.O.B. That's what it's about. So this started back in 17, the winter of 17. No, it was the January of 17. And I get a text from, because that's the first year that I worked on Jax's bus. So I get this text from Jax. He says, some guy wants you to work on his motorhome. I says, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know who it is. I says, yeah, whoever. So it was the B.O.B., of course. So anyway, he comes over and he has this motorhome, and just to cut to the chase, it was just butchered. So we went through, we spent 3 weeks on this thing making it work. It didn't have no wipers, lights, couldn't charge the battery, couldn't run off the house battery. Everything was just wrong with it. No wipers, no headlights. Well, he had headlights, but no marker lights. So anyway, I got all that fixed. So what he would do is he'd come and I'd work on it all day, and then he'd go off down by Squatterville and stay there for the night. So it was kind of funny. But anyway, so then that was the summer, or the January of 17. And then we become good friends, of course. And then in the fall, we go to the van build. And Neil's got a video up of it, the day in the life of Badge. And we get this call. I'm down in Ehrenberg, and I had a fire, and everything's burnt up, and I can't move. I said, okay, we'll be right there. No, you don't have to come. I said, no, we'll be right there. 45 minutes. We left from the van build in Parker and went down to Ehrenberg. So then we seen Bob, and it was just fried right out. So what he done is got the water pump changed, and the guy put the battery cable on the EGR valve, and of course it shorted out and burnt all the thing out. So we fixed all that up. That took us almost 2 months because, you know me, I won't just throw parts at something. I got to make sure I know for 100% sure that it's wrong. So we spent about a month and a half on this thing, and what it boiled down to was ECM, which is the engine ECM is very rare for them to go, but when they go, they usually take a whole bunch of stuff with them. But anyway, so we fix it all up, and Bob, our B.O.B., not your B.O.B., goes and takes it back to California and sells it. So he has to get an emissions test, and this thing flies through emissions. The mechanic there is wondering, what the hell did you do to this thing? He says, I noticed everything's changed. He says, oh, it's a long story. And it flew right through the emissions. So it's kind of funny. So that's the story in our B.O.B. Now, the story on the B.O.B. started back in, I think it was about the same time as we met Bob. That's our B.O.B. Well, no, it was the same time I met your B.O.B. too, at the same time. So, and I forget who it was. It was either Camo Dave or somebody started calling him. They didn't want to call him Bob Wells. They wanted to call him the B.O.B. So that's where the B.O.B. started. So then when we met Bob, we just started calling him the B.O.B. It was our B.O.B., not your B.O.B., because our B.O.B. is from California and yours is from Alaska. So that's where the story of B.O.B. come, and that's about all I can tell you about it, really. And we're just good friends, and we spent time with him when we went back to Canada last year. We stayed there for 2 weeks, which scared his brother, because his brother didn't know that he had friends that would stay with him for 2 weeks. That was kind of funny. So, yeah, it was all good. And then he had a squatter on his land. The town come back and told me he had squatters on his land. He wasn't allowed that. So, yeah. But that's our B.O.B., so that's all I got to tell you.
And now we're going to put a picture to the face.
Yeah, this is our B.O.B. Name backwards so he doesn't get confused with anybody else. So there's the story on the B.O.B., and I hope you get a kick out of it because it's just for fun. That's all it was.
Badge. Everybody needs one.
And we love our badge.
And remember, He's not asking.